Have you ever been in an audience when watching a presentation and you find your mind wandering? You start to think, what am I going to have for dinner? Or you start checking your phone, trying to make sure nobody's watching. Well, when you're giving a presentation, you do not want that to happen to your audience members. So here are 3 quick tips to help you grab your audience's attention and then keep it. And if you enjoy them, go to 50speakertips.com for more. One of the things that you love about watching movies, TV, concerts, and any other experience where somebody is performing is contrast. You love the contrast that they offer you. For example, let's say there's no contrast, none whatsoever. Everything is the same. So you go to watch Yo-Yo Ma play the cello, and he's one of the greatest musicians of all time. And he played the most beautiful note that you've ever heard in your life. He just perfect. But he played it for 3 hours. You'd lose your mind. You'd run screaming out of the theater. But the reason that it's so powerful is because the notes have such an extraordinary range. There's a lot of variety in your experience. And the same thing is true for speaking. And there are 3 different types of contrast that we can employ. Number 1, delivery contrast. So right now I'm standing up delivering to you. If we weren't filming this and the frame was just this size, I can use this whole space. So I can deliver from the theater itself, inside the house. I can use different levels. I can go down. I can stand up on a chair. I can lie on the floor as long as there's enough visibility to be seen. I can use different parts of the stage. I can deliver using visuals. I can deliver using audio. So there's a lot of different ways to deliver what you have to say or share. Number 2, we want to find as much emotional contrast as we possibly can. So the experience for the audience is a roller coaster ride. So you make them laugh, then you make them cry, then you make them think, then you make them wonder. So you keep moving them from one emotion to another, to another, to another, to another, and as a result, the time goes like that, in a good way. And finally, number 3, we want to have content contrast. So the way we're delivering our content changes. Sometimes we use sequential formatting, sometimes we use numerical, sometimes we use compare and contrast, sometimes we use problem-solution frameworks. There's a lot of different ways to organize our information and our ideas, and we want to find as many different ways as we can. We may open with a story and then go into something very technical, and then move into a case study type example, and then into a how-to step-by-step process. But we want to make sure that without overwhelming them or confusing them, leveraging a variety of ways of introducing that content. So we have delivery contrast, we have emotional contrast, and we have content contrast. See if you can put as many of those types of contrasts into your speeches, and they'll be much more effective. People will sit on the edge of their seat because there's so much variety for them. So try it, and I think you'll enjoy it. Get right to it. Many times a speaker will come out at the beginning and do some filler and say, oh boy, I just flew in from Boise. Boy, my arms are tired. Completely unnecessary, not funny. Or we will have some banter with the audience that is not orchestrated, that is not part of the speech itself. And then we say something like, okay, let's get started. Well, your speech started as soon as they saw you. In fact, it started when the bio was read. So if they feel like you're wasting time up there, they're going to stay in their phones or they're going to stay chatting with their friend until they feel, oh, now something is relevant. So come out at the beginning and deliver immediately so they're paying attention. Cut all that filler at the beginning. It's generally just not necessary unless you know how to do what is called a warm open, and it's crafted, it's orchestrated, and you can deliver it every single time successfully. But if you haven't done that, than just do a cold open, which is right into the material, so that they feel that their time is being respected. When speaking, leverage the power of the rule of 3. It's powerful, it's potent, and it packs a punch. See what I just did there? This is the most obvious tip of them all. And it might also be the hardest for many people. Have fun. Honestly, have fun when you're doing this. Very often, people will get an opportunity to present in front of a group and then spend 6 months freaking out about it, working themselves up, getting so stressed out that it is no longer fun. And then when they come out on stage, it feels like work. It doesn't feel like they're having a good time. And if you're having a great time, the audience will forgive a whole host of mistakes. They really will. If you're having a good time and you're delivering on your promises to them, then they will have a good time, and the speech will change the way they think, feel, or act. But if you make it work, and if you make it painful and torturous, why are you doing it? Don't do it if it's going to be painful. Now, that's different than the challenges or the struggles that often come with creating something out of nothing. The challenges that you will face when you're making something great. But those are meaningful challenges, hard work, that when you work through, you feel good about. That's very, very different than that self-absorbed, self-flagellating sensibility that we often experience when we take stress and turn it into frustration, and take frustration and turn it into resentment. Because I've seen speakers who seem like they resent the audience or resent the people who brought them there when they asked to be there. So have fun. If it's fun for you in the rehearsal process, if it's fun for you on the stage, it'll be a heck of a lot more fun for the audience. And really, you're there to serve them. And if they have fun in the process, well, you've done a great job.